Hello my friends and welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures, and I'm your host Tom. So today has been, I say so a lot. I noticed that. I'm going to try to cut that out. Today has been a busy day. I got up this morning, did my usual 5K run, and then shortly after that I met up with a couple of my YouTube buddies, Robert Roy and Lassie from Lassie's Barbecue, Food and Barbecue. He's visiting here from Sweden, and we hiked Cowles Mountain, which is a local hill here in San Diego. Went and had some lunch, and I've just been hot and sweaty all day, so might as well get busy in the garage a little bit on my most recent project. I got the little Kymco 250 scooter. So if you watched my video yesterday, I picked this thing up as a project. It had been ran when parked, been sitting, so I took a gamble on it. I mean, the majority of the time I get a project like that, I'm usually pretty lucky on them. So it had sat, it just wouldn't run. Went through the carburetor, charged the battery, checked the fluids, aired up the tires, it ran. I've ridden around the neighborhood a little bit. Let's fire it up right now, make sure she's still a runner. So it's running pretty good, but now I want to go through it and kind of clean it up a little bit, detail it just a little bit. I'm not the best at that sort of stuff. I wish I had the talents of some of my friends who can really make a motorcycle shine like a diamond, but there's a lot of things I know how to do. Can get this faded plastic probably cleaned up. I have some, dig it out here. Have some tire shine stuff here specifically for motorcycle tires. This works really good on plastic as well. I've used it. It's kind of like Armor All, I guess you would say. And also, I'm looking at the chrome here. I can probably take that piece off and clean it, and we can get this piece a little bit shinier. You can see the rust on it. So what I'll probably do is just take those items off, bring them over to the workbench and clean them up, and then I'll just clean up this plastic a little bit. I just did a bucket and sponge wash on this thing, so I've knocked most of the dirt off. One of my favorite things for cleaning scooters and stuff like this with a lot of plastic is Pledge. So I have some lemon scented Pledge. It works really good on clear plastics as well. Which reminds me, I've got this windscreen, which I just kind of knocked the dirt off, but you can, I don't know how well you can see it on the video, but it's not the best. I have some really good plastic cleaner as well, so I'll probably use that. So the next step will be, let's knock off these chrome items. We'll take off this muffler cover here. I think the end cap will come off, and this little small mid pipe, we'll take those off and get to the metal polishing. I got all the chrome pieces off the exhaust here. This one, the little mid-pipe chrome piece, I knew was going to be a pain, and one of the bolts broke off, so we're going to have to drill that out. We'll see how that goes. And it looks like there's a little something melted on it here. I might have to hit that with my heat gun to take it off, but we'll see how this turns out. Actually, I got my party lights on. Let's get a little bit better light on the subject. There we go. Oh yeah, my buddy Robert Roy gave me this today here. He went on the ship yesterday, took a tour of the USS Bonhammershard with Lassie, who's here from Sweden, but I served on this ship for a little bit of time. I went on about a 90-day underway on there. So that's kind of cool. Today I am going to be using, let's see if we can get a good view on this here. This is Meguiar's all metal polish. It works pretty good. Let's see if we can get a before and after shot for y'all here, because I don't think you're going to want to sit here and watch me do the whole thing, but I'll just show you kind of what it's capable of. You see that? So get a little bit on a rag. plenty of elbow grease. And you'll get sore fingers and a sore elbow and all that stuff while you're doing this. But no pain, no gain, as they say. Let's get into some of this harder stuff here and see how it takes it off. You can actually feel it when you're applying this stuff. At first it feels rough when you're applying the polish, and then after a little bit it starts to feel, you can tell it's knocking off some of the imperfections. It's never going to make it perfect. I mean, once this chrome gets damaged a little bit, it's always going to come back, but you can really make a pretty good impact with this, and it's going to make the scooter pop a little bit, let's say. There you go. Can you tell what section I did here and what section I didn't do? Might even be better if I had better lighting. There we go. A little bit better light. So, I got a couple minutes. I noticed I said so again. I have a couple minutes of working on these items, getting them cleaned up, but it's not going to take a whole lot, and I'm not aiming for perfect. This is an older scooter. It's not perfect in its entirety, but it is going to make a difference having these items shined up a little bit. So it's going to be worth it. I'm just going to be sweating a lot more. I have my fan going here. At least I have one fan. Come on, one or two out there watching are maybe my biggest fans. Come on now, you got to be a bigger fan than that. And the party lights are going here too, so it feels like it's not too bad of a time out here in the garage. Well, let me get at it. We'll come back to you when we got some shiny chrome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got your sunglasses on, because we're coming in here, coming in hot on this shiny chrome. Ooh-wee, look at that. Look at that, huh? Can you see yourself? There you have it, look at that. There we are. Didn't turn out too bad. This little section where there was a piece of stuff kind of on there. This scooter's had a couple small tip overs, so there's a little scuff there, and there's a little bit of scuffage there, and this corner was bent in considerably. I straightened it out a little bit. I'm going to probably straighten it a little bit more, but that was bent down pretty good, but that's on the bottom. You'll barely notice it. We're going to get these pieces remounted. I'm going to probably try to drill out that broken bolt. I don't know if I'm gonna put that on video, because I try not to curse too much on here, and I have a feeling there'll be some choice words said, but we'll see how that goes. And we'll get these mounted, and I'll show you how the plastic renewing is going to turn out. Looks pretty shiny on there. I kind of chickened out on filming. I could have filmed and just deleted it if it turned out bad, but I kind of chickened out on filming when I drilled out this broken bolt, because it actually turned out pretty good, and I would have felt like a hero having it on film. But it doesn't always work out that good when you break a bolt off. It can be a real pain. And then I thought I would show you this. So I broke off the bolt. I had to go to my stash of bolts. Anytime I take something apart, like sometimes I get motorcycles that are just not worth fixing, and I end up scrapping them out or whatever, or if I change out an engine, something like that, I take every nut and bolt and washer off of there that I can. And when I get a little bit bored, I sit here and I sort them all out. So I got all the correct size nuts in that one, and this is all the same size bolts, and I have a lot more of them. One of my buddies actually borrowed my awesome stash of them because he's got a motorcycle project that he's working on. Holy smokes, it's hot in here. And he was missing a lot of bolts, so he borrowed my super secret stash of bolts, which I guess is not super secret anymore. Now y'all know about it, but this is kind of some farmer stuff, I think, or old mechanic style stuff. I know my dad had lots of buckets of bolts, and I've seen, you know, different mechanics have all kinds of different stuff, coffee cans and that sort of thing. And I used to just have them all kind of thrown in there, and then I'd dump them out and have to clean them up. But I've sorted them out on some lazy days or some rainy days, or you know, whatever kind of thing. Make it a little bit more convenient. And let me tell you, that really saves the day. If I had to go get a bolt, it would have set me back, you know, having 20-30 minutes just to go get one bolt. But we got the chrome polished up. Next thing we're gonna do is look at some of this plastic and rubber items and see if we can't clean that up. But I'm pretty happy with that. It looks pretty nice now. And I want to do something with this tail section too. Looking at it, it looks like this will come right off. There's a couple of screws underneath here. So I'll get those screws out, and I'm thinking I might want to see if that comes off easily too, just because I think it'll look better without that on there. And maybe we'll see what we can do on these as well to clean these up. All right, hopefully you can see it. There's a screw right in there. Doesn't look like you can see it all that good. One screw there, one on the other side. I already loosened them up a little bit here beforehand. That should, oh yeah, clean up that tail section a little bit instead of having that butt dragger. And it just unscrews, so if I ever want to put it back on, it's in one piece. I really don't like the look of the entire thing here, but I was looking at it and I don't really want to cut it, just because that's irreversible. And I was looking for some parts for these things, and they're few and far between. So we'll just try to just unbolt things if we can and save them for later if we want. This is the view of the center section of the scooter here. So we'll try this. This is, who the heck even makes this here? Platinum, I guess? But it's a tire shine item. And we'll just, let's spray some on here and try it out. See what it looks like. Well, it looks good now. I think the test is going to be, how does it look tomorrow? That is quite a difference right there. Let's just try some directly on here. Into all these little places is going to be the tricky part. Results look pretty good for now. I had to stop the video while the Amazon lady delivered some packages, but it's looking pretty good for now. Let's do this section here next. So here's a good shot of it now. I'll go ahead and clean it up, and I'll do the same shot afterwards, so we'll have a before and after. There's the after. Definitely looks nicer. I did the top box as well. Turned out pretty good. And I got a little bit excited and started getting ready to take this thing off. So let's see. I gotta get that bolt off down in there. Should be the last one I need to get off. What should we use for that? Let's see if that'll fit. It fits. These little ratchety wrenches sure are handy at times. You might be able to fit a 1/4-inch drive in there with a shallow socket. Maybe, maybe not. And I just can barely fit my fingers in there. There we go. All right, let's see how this looks with this removed. I think I like it better. And I have a little bit of chance to clean up. There's some crap under there, so we'll get the air compressor, blow that out, and see what I can do for these shocks as well. This shock cleaned up pretty good. It's not amazing, but it looks better. We'll compare it to this other one. Let's see, it's got that rust and inside the shock body and on the coil. And compare it to this one, it's a lot better. So what I generally do, let me see if I can get this camera in here. Very good. It's not too bad. Let's see if that'll hold there. So what I do is I take a rag and get kind of a loose end on it and try to feed it up through the coils here. And we just do this number all the way around it. Work it around, up and down. Go on the body of the shock like that. And this will probably take me about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. I don't know how long. Never really timed it, but I'll get hopping on it here, and I'll show you the finished product. And there she is, after a little bit of work. Definitely looks better. There's some stuff down in there. Actually, I just noticed I kind of missed. Well, I might have to get in there with some. Sometimes I put some metal polish on here, or some like WD-40 or whatever. So I noticed this little thing here too, so I clean that up a little bit. I'm gonna see if that can come off later. And I gotta get some degreaser in on all this stuff here too. And working on this, now I've dulled up my chrome polish. All right, well, let me get this air box back on. We'll clean that up, and then we'll get to work on the plastics, and I'll see if I can't get, that's pretty well scratched there. I thought that was just the scuffs, but some of these scuffs might come out, and this here looks like I can get that out. I'll show you all a trick that I use for things like that. Maybe y'all know, but maybe you don't. So I'm getting in trouble here because I'm supposed to be making dinner. I'm out here playing with the scooter. So I got the grill heating up, and there's a steak getting ready to cook, but we won't tell We won't tell the lady that I'm working on the scooter while the grill is warming up. So, let me show you something here. Let me show you something. All right, so these marks here, I don't know what these came from, but you can see there's a little bit of crash damage there. So, this is one of my favorite things. These are like the Mr. Clean erase pads. Let's see how they do. It's just about disappearing. Of course, I can't take crash damage off. Even Mr. Clean, he's got a good haircut and all, but even he can't do miracles. But let's see, there's a little rub mark on there. Voila. A little bit of soap with this actually works pretty good too. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh, there's a little bit of stuff right there. So if the trophy wife comes out and yells at us, I need y'all to back me up and just say we're waiting on the grill. All right? Otherwise, I'll never get this scooter done. Let's see what else we got. Some stuff there. Let's see how it does. Oh, and I have that cover for that too. I need to get that hooked up. Not bad. All this rash on the side. I wish that wasn't there, but you know, you work with the hand you're dealt. Not too bad. Not too bad there. It'll even on some of this scuffs, it'll kind of blend it a little bit. See how it took the edge off of it a little bit there? What else can we clean? Ooh, look at that right there. I bet that'll come off. Let's take a look. OMG, look at that. Isn't that nice? A little something there. Let's see what else we can fix. I'm getting so excited right now. Oh yeah, a little bit of stuff up here. Let's see what it does. Oh, there's definitely some stuff right there. Look at that. Oh, Mr. Clean. What can't you do? I don't think it's going to do much for that, but let's get a little before and after. See what it looks like. This panel needs a little adjusting too. It's looking better. It's not looking amazing, but it's looking better. Not too bad, not too shabby. Let's see what it does to this little scuff here. Oh my God, it's almost gone. Look at that. Yeah, thank you, my bald brother, Mr. Clean. Thank you. He does have a pretty good haircut, that guy. Now, I don't run the earring though. maybe for Halloween I could pull it off. All right. So now we knocked off, there's a little bit left over here. Sorry about the camera angle here. I'm being stealthy in the garage. All right. Let's take a look at her. She looks better already. All that plastic. I put a little bit on the seat. I didn't want to put much on there because you add, well, this stuff seems like it's not slippery like Armor All. I definitely didn't put much on the top, just a tiny bit. If you ever put Armor All on a motorcycle seat, yeah, you'll find out how acceleration works, because the motorcycle will go that way and you'll go that way. Don't put Armor All on your motorcycle seats. Here's a good comparison. I grabbed this, remember we took that off of this? So that's what the plastic looked like, and that's what it looks like now. That's what it looked like, that's what it looks like now. And our blindingly shiny exhaust system here. I even cleaned up this little Kymco item there, the shocks. I got the pledge out. So, well, this is a knockoff brand, Behold. So I'm gonna throw that steak on before I get in big trouble. And then we'll come back out here. We'll pledge this thing down, all the plastic, and I'll drop it down and we'll do the windscreen. You can see how dirty it is. So I'll do that with some plastic cleaner. And then we'll get a little walk around on the entire scooter, see how she looks. There we go. Meat's done. I gotta go eat. Keep the lady appeased, and then I can come back out here and finish this scooter. She's shining up pretty nice here, but we'll finish up that windshield. So I'm gonna be using this stuff. My wife got this for me a long time ago. I've had these cleaners probably 20 years, and they're finally almost empty. Meguiar's mirror glaze, plastic cleaner, and plastic polish. So use the cleaner first, just put it on it. And this stuff is really thin, kind of like water. So just rub it on there. It doesn't really haze up all that much, but I'll be putting that on, wiping it down, then put the polish on. So we'll get a little before shot here. You can see got some, and it might take this scratch out. Like, you could probably work that scratches out of it if you wanted to really buff it, but I'm just gonna go more for cleaning it. So there's your before shot, and it's not overly exciting watching me put polish on there. So I'll get her done, we'll come on back. What do you think about our little scooter project now? She's shining pretty good. I still do a little bit more if I want to, but windscreen looks pretty nice now. We got a little bit of chrome going here. So I did some things off video that I'll mention here. We got my cargo light working in here. I need to get some sort of a fixture to get it right in there. I'll look around the shop and see what I got. I need to figure out something. There's supposed to be a cover here, plastic cover. I contacted the previous owner, he doesn't have it. So I'm gonna have to fab something up for that. And I think there's supposed to be a battery cover as well. That'll be fairly easy to make because that's just a flat piece. So I'll just get some plastic of some sort around here and use it. Oh, the seat cover was kind of coming off in the back and on this side. So if you look, you can see I put some staples in there and there, and I added a couple there because it was coming off. Now the seat cover's on there nicely. And remember, did I cover that? I cleaned that all up? Yep. So what do you think I should do with the scooter now? Put some comments below. Let me know what you think I should do with it. Should I keep it? Should I flip it? Send it off to a new happy home? It needs an oil change still, and front and back brake fluid flush, and the final drive fluid. So those are the last remaining items, and then I would be willing to jump on this scooter and ride it to the East Coast after doing that. It's a pretty nice little rig right here. I think it looks a little bit better with that extender off the bottom and the back tire opened up. I think it looks nicer, but you can always just put those right back on. The exhaust is shining up. Yeah, hit me up with some comments. Let me know what you think about it, what you think I should do with it. Because I have a bike collection problem. I like this little scooter, but I really don't need it. But it's a nice little rig. If you're watching these videos and you like them, please give them a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. It'll let me know that you're watching and let me know that you're liking my content. Hit some comments below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate all of you out there watching, sticking around, having fun with me here in the garage. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios.